In this tutorial, we will learn how to visualize the signal flows of signaling networks using Nezzle. Biological cells process any information about internal or external changes through a signaling network. In this process, critical information for cell fate determination such as proliferation or death is transferred through a series of biochemical reactions, which can be defined as signal flow in the signaling. Li and Cho have developed a signal flow estimation algorithm and found that the algorithm can properly estimate about 60 to 80% of signaling activity changes to single or dual perturbations for 6 signaling networks. A biochemical reaction such as phosphorylation of a protein in signaling networks can be represented by a directed link with a sign. Activation and inhibition of a signaling molecules are denoted as plus and minus signs, respectively. Signal propagation algorithms is essentially a linear difference equation. It consists of 2 terms, signal flow and basal activity. This equation describes the activity of a node as determined by both the activities of its regulators and the basal activity of the node. The edge weight matrix W of the signal propagation algorithm should be normalized to get more accurate results. In the normalization, the weight of a edge is divided by the geometric mean of in degree and out degree. Signal flow is mathematically defined by the multiplication of the edge weight and the activity of source node. Triangle-shaped arrow indicates a positive weight, and hammer-shaped or T-shaped arrow denotes a negative weight. As shown in the figure, there are 4 types of signal flow. The sign of edge and the sign of signal flow can be same or opposite depending on the source node activity and edge weight, following the definition. Interactions between signaling molecules may vary depending on experimental conditions such as mutations or drug perturbations. Therefore, we usually consider changes in signal flow under different conditions. It can be mathematically defined by the difference between 2 signal flow matrices. In the previous study, Li and Cho reconstructed a signaling network structure from the original ODE model of 78 state variables. In this signaling network, EGF and insulin are inputs, and ERK and AKT are outputs. The control goal is to reduce the activities of ERK and AKT by targeting signaling molecules. The hierarchical clustering of the average accuracy shows concisely whether signal propagation algorithm accurately predicts or not for each perturbation condition. Interestingly, the nodes that are adjacent in the topology of signaling network such as RAF, MEK, ERK cascade or PI3K, PIP3, PDK1 cascade are also closely located in the dendrogram of the hierarchical clustering. This figure shows the changes in activities and signal flows under different perturbation conditions. In this tutorial, we will reproduce a figure like this visualization. First, we will install SFA and SFV packages for signal propagation algorithm and signal flow visualization, respectively. SFA package provides the structure information of the example network, named Borisov 2009. We will obtain the estimated signal flows with SFA, and then visualize them using SFV and Nezzle. First, we will install necessary packages by downloading them from GitHub. We recommend creating a virtual environment. In this tutorial, we will use Anaconda virtual environment. It takes quite some time to download the packages. After activating our virtual environment, install SFA and SFV. Now, open Nezzle. In this tutorial, we will run it in the local repository. If an error occurs due to lack of some packages, install the necessary packages using Anaconda with the requirements file. After running Nezzle, open the network file of Borisov 2009. You can find it in the official repository of Nezzle. We have organized the graphic objects in advance for explanation. Now, open a Python source code, named Visualize Signal Flow Borisov 2009, in the official repository. Let's take a look at the source code. It consists of two functions, update and visualize. All Python source codes for code execution in Nezzle should define a function named update. The update function receives navigation GUI object and network object as arguments. The first part of the update function is to load the Borisov 2009 data, and create signal propagation algorithm object. And the second part is to visualize the signal flows. You can see that a perturbation condition can be defined by specifying the targets. Visualization of signal flows is defined in the visualize function. In this function, we obtain two different signal flow matrices of different conditions. We perform the first simulation under the control condition. Then, mutations or drug targets are reflected as perturbation condition. Finally, we perform the second simulation under the perturbation condition. Note that, the change in signal flow is calculated as the difference between the two signal flow matrices. Eventually, changes in signal flow are visualized in Nezzle. SFV offers some options for tuning visualizations. We need to add a new network to the navigation object in Nezzle. Now, let's run the source code. You can see that the signal flow in the network is well visualized. This result was obtained when MEC was targeted under the ROS mutation condition. We can see that ROS and RAF are upregulated due to ROS mutation, whereas MEC and ERK are downregulated due to MEC inhibition. However, AKT is upregulated by crosstalks between ERK and AKT signaling cascades. Now let's export our current network visualization as an image file. Name the image file whatever you want. You can see that Nezzle successfully exported the image. We can also insert this visualization into our slides using Clipboard. Press Ctrl+C to copy and then Ctrl+V to paste. To save the current network, we should specify the file extension as NZJ, which is a JSON file format defined by Nezzle. Now, let's change the simulation conditions. This time, add PIP3 to target list to reduce the activities of both ERC and AKT. When we target MEC and PIP3 simultaneously, ERC and AKT are downregulated as we want. Next, let's change Show Act parameter to True to see activity values. To get a better visualization, you need to manually align the labels. Let's copy the image to the slide once again. You can check whether the graphic information is saved properly by loading the file. If you change the positions of objects in the template network, the signal flow is also visualized in the changed template. Thanks for watching this tutorial.